As here we go, we're getting into our fresh best of 3, and spawning in the top right hand corner of Tokamak, we have our Polish Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the orange Protoss player, the American Protoss representing Gen G, or representing Genesis Gaming. It is PiLiPiLi. We go, and if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our Protoss versus Protoss. We just saw Gerald and Pili conversing for quite some time. What were they discussing? PvT. Cap. I should have asked him. I should have asked him what they were talking about. True. No. They were engrossed in a conversation, and now suddenly they have to play against each other. The Protoss Brethren, the Civil War. Let's go. As loaded into one of the larger maps in the map pool. Larger map, more defensive as well. I mean, despite that, in PvPs, you can still proxy, you can still commit to all-ins. So far, we do have standard openers, and I'm excited to see PiLiPiLi once again. Again, Pili, he's a player that we've been covering and casting for a very, very long time here on the channel. At one point, he was a more dedicated, pro gamer, dedicated to 1v1, but in recent years, he retired, he stepped away. Nowadays, he actually recently came back. I want to say he came back a couple of months ago, if not at the start of the year, just streaming again. Like, he was gone for so long, and PiLiPiLi, he was one of those players that I feel like silently retired, but recently did come back to streaming. And nowadays when he streams, it's mainly, sometimes he does 1v1, but it's mainly like arcade games. He does a lot of arcade games and does host a lot of arcade like lobbies for his viewers, for everyone to jump in, like a really fun community event. That's typically, at least from what I know, mainly what PiLiPiLi goes for. But when it comes to 1v1 and when it comes to his 1v1 prowess, I'm a little bit less familiar, at least in current era, right? In current year. I don't really know where to place him amongst all the other NA players. So we're about to find out. As we have our initial 2 gate openers from both players. Both players looking to expand. Do you see Gerald go for the pylon block? And Pili still in the main base. Oh, he's going to lose that probe. Yeah, the probe is hunted down. And from here, Gerald can expand. He can freely expand. Likewise, so will Pili. We do have our tech first. Going to be a Twilight Council opener out of PiLiPiLi. Meanwhile, Nexus first out of Gerald. So faster Nexus from our red Protoss. Meanwhile, faster tech from our orange Protoss. Okay. So we are going to shake it up. Oh, meanwhile, hello. As PiLiPiLi, he does hide his probe towards the top left-hand corner of the map, going for a proxy. And are we planning to go for a proxy Dark Shrine? Like, when we see a Twilight Council opener, when we see a proxy on the map, it's got to be a Dark Shrine, right? I would assume so. Hallucination to the main. We have our tech from Geralt as well, going for a Twilight Council. Meanwhile, the council is now done for PiLiPiLi. Shows. Oh, no, he scouts! No! Geralt, he goes in, he does scout, he does confirm, he spots the Dark Shrine. Oh, no! He does see, he is aware. Feels bad, man. Not like this. And you can see Geralt just rally everything over. He's rallying everything over towards that Dark Shrine, hoping to force a cancel. And this is going to be a bit of a shaky start here. We do see Gerald going for his... Oh, wait, he's crazy. They're animals. So, Gerald, how does he respond to the Dark Shrine? Oh, as he does catch a Stalker. Rough move command. Rough move command there. Stalker. Oh, my God. Should have gone down. Gerald, he does pull away. Last second, does force a cancel. And he responds with his own Dark Shrine. And it is not uncommon in PvP to delay your robo. This could be game. This could just straight up be game. What do we see? 2 more gates. 4 gate blink out of PiLiPiLi. 0 robo, 0 detection. No. Again, he wanted to DT his opponent. He's going to get Dark Templar instead. Not like this. Not like this. Thank God he does go for the scout. He does go for the Hallucination Scouts. He does confirm. He does get eyes on the Dark Shrine. And instantly, bam, robo. Whew, robo is on the way. As you can see, it is difficult to hide tech in PvP because of hallucinations, so thankfully, PiLiPiLi is aware. He is aware, getting in position. Pili getting ready for a third base. Both players, they scatter each other. Despite that, DTs are still warping in. And here they come. They do fan out across the map. Still a ways away. Meanwhile, we can see here the full wall from PiLiPiLi, the whole position micro. He does body block the natural. Yeah, no way in. Just buying time for his own observer. Oh no, he moves out. He moves out at the wrong moment. There we go. Whew, does notice a shimmer. Does force field. And it'll cost him a stalker. But that could have been so much worse. So keen eyes here by Pili. Nice defense. Behind this, Gerald just expands. His third base is almost done. Pili contained on 2 bases. And what do we see? 3 more gates. 3 more gateways. 2 base all in out of PiLiPiLi. Once again, does notice the observer. Sorry, does notice the Dark Templar, I meant to say. Ooh, nice scout though. Gets eyes on the 3 extra gates. I believe that's going to be a 7-gate setup. So 7 gateways on 2 bases. And we should be going for a proxy 8th gateway. I'm just going for the prism. Just going for the prism instead. So 2 base all in out of PiLiPiLi. He's forced into it. Meanwhile, Gerald, he's scouted. He's aware. He's aware of the gateways. He knows what's coming. We have extra shield batteries on the way. Extra pylon as well. Gerald, he's setting up. He's setting up. PiLiPiLi, he commits. Does commit across the map. Oh. Poking forward. Does poke forward, does dive into the main. Ooh, going for the blink. Gerald in position, does focus on the prism. The prism goes down. Does force field the ramp at least. It does lay some of the production, some of the army. He has control of the main. Once again, another force field. Taking a better fight initially, at least. But here come the reinforcements. Yeah, here come the stalkers. Does force a recall. And Gerald holds. He does hold on. It was a cheeky move there by PiLiPiLi, but the prism was the first thing that went down. A brutal loss there for Pili. And remember, he's all in. Like, doing damage is not good enough. He had to end the game. He had to kill a base. As he's down an entire expansion, down an entire mineral line. He has to keep going. He has to keep going. The longer this goes on, the worse it is for Pili. He's got to send it, baby. As he's rallying. Checking the army sizes here. He is up in Stalkers. 22 to 15. But again, he is on a timer. The army gets spotted. Gerald's getting ready. He's getting ready. Ooh, does go for the dive. And does start down that Immortal. Immortal does go down. Does take 3 volleys though. It took a lot of hits. It tanked so much. And Gerald, he's holding. Gerald, he does hold on. Shuts down the army. And Pili, he has to keep going. He has to keep going. He can't stop. And GG gets caught. I mean, he's just ramming his head against a brick wall. Gerald, he will take the game. He'll take a lead in the series. GG. Will take a lead. Again, a very intense and very chaotic early game, especially with the proxy Dark Shrine and the regular Dark Shrine. Both players able to deny each other. In the end, though, if you recall, PiLiPiLi, he was denied the 3rd. He tried to expand, he was denied the 3rd base, and at that moment, he did decide to just double down and commit to the all-in. And now we're getting into game number 2. Jumping into game 2. As it's going to be on Pylon. Okay. One of these smaller maps of the map pool, so an all-in like the one that Pili was forced to go into previously would be even stronger, would hit even harder here on Pylon, assuming he's forced into it. Otherwise, we'll see how cheeky our players are going to be. Do we attempt to go for another proxy Dark Shrine? Again, I appreciate the attempted cheese out of PiLiPiLi. Was denied, but did attempt. And here we go. We're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Pylon, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Streamer Zone, leading the series 1-0. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the orange Protoss player, the American Protoss representing Genesis Gaming. It is PiLiPiLi. I keep wanting to say Gen G Esports, but that's a different team. God damn it. Genesis Gaming. Let's go. As we are setting up back at home, probe is sent out across the map. And we'll try to keep an eye on our players to see if either player does deviate. We can into a proxy, early tech, or even something hidden. Just catching up. I've got fond memories of Fear Dragon and Tempo casting there in the past. Yeah. I do recall Fear Dragon and Tempo. Yeah. They used to cover Cheeseadelphia back in the day. Not even that long ago. Like I say that. I want to say like maybe... never mind. I was going to say not even that long ago. Then I thought about it for a moment. I was like, oh, like pre-COVID, like 2019. That was like 6 years ago. That's crazy, baby. That's crazy. Aye. It's been that long, huh? Oh, no. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Yeah, shout out to Fear Dragon. I believe he just had an interview with the SE Historian that went live yesterday, I want to say. We'll be going over it during the podcast. And likewise, again, I'm sure we'll be seeing some more interviews from the SE Historian at from this event as well. He's always there to make the content. Back when dinosaurs walked the earth. Yes. Oh no. Many eons ago. Back when offline events were more regular. Smooth. So now both players are going to be blocking each other. Both players just being as annoying as possible, delaying their expansions. Pylon block out of PiLiPiLi. Meanwhile, we do have the cyber block out of Gerald. Ooh, the probe is denied. Yeah, the probe is zoned away. Ideally, PiLiPiLi wanted to go in for his own cyber core as well, but he does get zoned away. And with that, Gerald will expand. He'll be the first to expand. Meanwhile, PiLiPiLi is heavily delayed thanks to the cyber core. Hallucinations are sent out. And both players are taking into their Twilight Councils. So both players heading in the same direction, except PiLiPiLi is slightly behind in terms of that expansion. Speaking of, there it is. Next is thrown down. We do have a probe out on the right hand side, which we could use to try to hide some tech. For now, Blink is on the way, and we do have a pylon coming in, but this is not to hide a Dark Shrine. This is instead to reinforce. So proxy pylon out of PiLiPiLi. Does move out through the center. Now, if you recall, PiLiPiLi, because his base was so delayed, he had to go for extra warp ins. Like, he had to spend his money somehow, otherwise he'd just be banking. So he is up in Stalkers. But the shield battery is done. Oh, nice. Force fields locking down the sentry. Very nice control. He locks down the sentry, pulls away. And so far, so good. PiLiPiLi going for the proxy gateway. How many gates is he on? 2 back at home, 3rd across the map. Sorry, 3 back at home. My apologies. For the force fields, they lock him down. They lock him in. I thought I was safe to pull away, to look away even, but no, that's going to be 4 Stalkers falling. That was a brutal loss here for PiLiPiLi. Ay. So that's 3 Stalkers going down. Now losing a 4th. Again, these force fields have been brutal. Just slicing up the army time and time again. And PiLiPiLi, he's committed. Like, he has to send it here and now. He has to try to break his opponent. He's up in Stalkers. He's up in Stalkers. Does get one. Takes down the Adept as well. Blink is revealed. I mean, Blink is complete. Nice little pickoffs. But PiLiPiLi, he's all in. Like, he's not making probes. You can see here, it's almost a fake natural. Only 4 workers, no extra probes. Just completely all in. And he does have the greater Stalker count. He can overwhelm. Again, 9 to 6. That shield battery putting in a little work. Backup shield batteries on the way. PiLiPiLi, does he have enough? His army is still so weakened though. It's so low. Yeah, the Stalkers are deep in the red and they're going down. Ay, ay, ay. Likewise, so is Gerald's. The Stalkers are falling. And PiLiPiLi looks like he barely has enough. Oh, keep going. Keep going. The shield battery is almost done. And with the completion of the shield battery, Gerald, he holds. Yeah, he does hold on. Forcing back the Stalkers. Takes down 3 more. Here come the reinforcements. PiLiPiLi barely overwhelming. Down to 2 Stalkers. Yeah, only 2. Sorry, down to 3. Down to 3. Does finish the warp in. Now down to 2. Extra Stalkers on the way. Again, this is a very clutch hold. There's the NG overcharge. My gosh, he's barely hanging on here. And remember, PiLiPiLi's all in. Gerald, wait, he's getting a third. He's up against that 2 base all in, Bappy. Getting a 3rd base? Gerald, calm down. You're about to die. Like, oh my god, he's crazy. Again, this base could have been extra gateway. Could have been like one or 2 extra gateways, extra warp-ins. You can see Gerald, he's banked. Like, he has 600 minerals. Like, he's having a hard time warping in. Gerald, he needs those gateways. From here being forced further back. I mean, again, he's surviving this long, which is crazy impressive. And he's holding. Wow, he holds, he defends. He shuts this down. The warp-ins are just a little bit too late. Or are they? Again, it's still very close. I mean, both players are banking, to be fair. As PiLiPiLi, he's now forced to saturate. He's somewhat saturating his bases. And Gerald's still up 20 workers. Oh, he does reveal his hand, though. Yeah, the probes are scouted. And Gerald, he's now getting a 5th gateway. But this 3rd base was so greedy. Like, he's been probing the entire time during the defense, by the way. He's been probing the entire time. And he holds. He does hold. Crazy. Gerald. He forces back the army. He barely holds on. He doesn't lose any probes, by the way. He's lost 6 probes throughout this game. Barely anything. The Immortal has arrived as well. He finished the Robo. And this is just getting better and better for Gerald. He got away with the expansion, got away with the economy. And now he's got Immortals. And he will shut this down. He will just completely shut this down. Gerald. Gerald warping in. And now going for the gateway explosion, taking extra gases. Going for another. He's up against a 2-basing PiLiPiLi. He's getting a 5th. He's getting a 5th expansion. This is so unnecessary. It almost got him killed. I mean, it didn't. Almost, though. Almost. Calm down, baby. Calm down. But I mean, he knew whatever he wants at this point. There we go. GG gets called. He shuts down the all-in, and Gerald, he will survive. He will take the series 2-0, claiming the series, advancing on. GG. Again, a very intense hold there, very intense game. Again, despite the greed out of Gerald, it almost got him killed. Like PiLiPiLi, he almost broke that natural. It was so close, so clutch. I do feel like a big blunder there for PiLiPiLi was losing those 4 stalkers. Winding it back, if you remember, it all began with PiLiPiLi pushing in a little bit prematurely, and he got caught by the force fields. And he lost his first sentry. He lost 4 stalkers as well. That was the moment that we panned away. If you remember, we panned away to count the gateways. We panned back, and he got caught. And losing that many stalkers that early on, imagine if he did have those extra 4 stalkers when it came to his actual committed push with his actual all-in. I do think he would have had enough to break Gerald, to break that position, to potentially kill the natural and end the game, but did lose 4 stalkers before the main fight happened, and that was just a brutal loss early on. And with that, Gerald, he barely hung in there against some clutch blink control, and GG well played. Whew, in the end, Gerald does claim the series, and now we have some catching up to do. Let's head on over to the bracket, figure out what the hell's been going on, what's been happening.